By the way, we're on the topic of Medicare. The distinguished senator, and I mean, I shouldn't be a smart guy, Senator Rick Scott from Florida, who is responsible for getting Republicans elected to the Senate, is a little bit in hot water right now because his plan is to sunset Medicare and Social Security. Well, meaning if you don't reauthorize them every 5 years, they go out of existence. Sunset them. They'll go away. As I said in the State of the Union, if anyone tries to get rid of Social Security or Medicare, I will veto it. I'm their nightmare.
Now, I said it in response to his State of the Union address, and I'll say it again. The 2 minutes in which Biden basically held Republicans to account over their past comments on cutting Social Security and Medicare, and in turn basically made Republicans vow in front of the world that they will not cut Medicare and Social Security, were two of the most important in his administration. Because look at what it has caused. Republicans are doing backflips to try and walk back past comments, but Biden is not letting up. He is calling Republicans out by name and using their own past comments against it.
That Florida's own Rick Scott is the guy who ran the Senate campaign committee for Republicans last year, had a plan to sunset. Maybe he's changed his mind. Maybe he's seen the Lord. But he wanted to sunset, meaning if you don't reauthorize it, it goes away. Sunset Social Security and Medicare every 5 years.
Just the other day, he referenced the Meidas produced side-by-side that might be one of my favorites today.
It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it. Here, here, people who advise me politically always tell me that's dangerous, and I tell them, in that case, it's not worth my running. That's why I'm doing this, to get rid of that. Medicare and Medicaid are of the same sort and need to be pulled up.
Then following up that dub, he's calling out Florida's very own Rick Scott, who, despite his verbal backflips and Fox News' best propaganda efforts, is being held to account on those past comments. And once again, just today, Biden used his time on stage to call out Rick Scott for those past comments.
By the way, we're on the topic of Medicare. The distinguished senator, and I mean, I shouldn't be a smart guy, Senator Rick Scott from Florida, who is responsible for getting Republicans elected to the Senate, is a little bit in hot water right now because his plan is to sunset Medicare and Social Security. Well, meaning if you don't reauthorize them every 5 years, they go out of existence. Sunset them. They'll go away. As I said in the State of the Union, if anyone tries to get rid of Social Security or Medicare, I will veto it. That's the Republican dream. I'm their nightmare. Look, folks, you saw when I said that on the floor, maybe if you saw it, you saw when I said that on the floor, I said, no, liar, liar. I said, that means you're not going to cut Medicare or Social Security? And they all stood up and started to clap. I said, well, we got to settle then. Remember? No, seriously. Well, it's all on film. Let's see who votes to cut it. Look, and here's Rick Scott's response to this. He says that because I'm cutting prescription drug costs, that means I'm cutting Medicare. Where's he been? I think he's a little confused.
And continued his strong surge to hold Republicans to account.
Rick Scott is the guy who ran the Senate campaign committee for Republicans last year, had a plan to sunset. Maybe he's changed his mind. Maybe he's seen the Lord. But he wanted to sunset, meaning if you don't reauthorize it, it goes away. Sunset Social Security and Medicare every 5 years. Now, it's not likely to get voted out, but I'll tell you what, it's likely it got cut drastically if you had to do it every 5 years. The very idea the senator from Florida wants to put Social Security and Medicare in the chopping block every 5 years, I find to be somewhat outrageous. So outrageous that you might not even believe it. But it's what he said. I won't do it again, but I will. 12-point American Rescue Plan. One of the points, all federal legislation sunsets every 5 years. The law is worth keeping. The Congress can pass it all over again. Look, if it doesn't get reauthorized, it goes out of existence. If Congress wants it, they got to keep it, and they got to vote on the same thing. And then, in case there was any doubt, just yesterday, he confirmed that he still likes his proposal. Well, I guarantee you, it will not happen. I will veto it. I'll defend Social Security and Medicare. And Senator Scott's not the only one. Senator Johnson of Wisconsin, his own party plan. He laid out Social Security should be in the chopping block every year. But look, in his case, as I said, he wants to do it every single year. Let's remember what this is all about. Some of you are on Social Security, or your parents or grandparents are. You earned it. You earned every single penny, and you paid into every paycheck you ever got. From the time you were a teenager, you had money taken out for these programs. They're more than government programs. They're a promise we made. Work hard and contribute, and when the time's come for you to retire, you'll be there. We'll be there for you to help you out. It's been a sacred trust, a rock-solid guarantee. Generations of Americans have counted on it, and it works.
Our blue wall stopped the red wave and election deniers got denied election. That's why we're celebrating with the new Democracy Prevails team. We've got lots of work to do, but we should all be proud that when democracy was tested, democracy prevailed. You've earned this. Don't wait. Get yours right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.